basically, firstly, what made you decide to come to the inaugural PokerSA Diamond Event?
My brother told me about it, and then Fred and the boys rang me up, asked me if I was interested. And to be honest, like at the time when they rang me, I was like, I couldn't be stuffed. That's all. That'll make you edit. Don't worry. I couldn't be stuffed. I just got back from LA and I've been to Hong Kong and back. And then I don't know. I thought, I'll just come and support the boys. One of the big reasons why I came is everyone just bragged about how well everyone was taking care of me. And as you know, I'm very passionate about poker. Very passionate about poker in Australia. So when someone is trying to do something good for poker and not necessarily just for themselves, I like to support. So that's why I'm here.
So obviously you just said, and has it met up to?
Has it met my expectations?
Yeah, met your expectations.
I'll answer it in this way. The next time they have this event, I'm going to bring up my 3 sons who are all now of legal age, and we'll all play together and make it a weekend away.
Yeah, right. So the structure's very deep and
almost too deep, to be honest. I'm going to speak to Ray about that.
It is very deep. So yeah, what do you think about the tournament overall? And it's certainly a new tournament, so
you've got to take your hat off and kudos for them trying to do something. Like it's great. They look after all the players. Like I said, anybody that's doing something positive for poker, they have my support.
Do you remember the last time you played poker in Adelaide? Yeah.
I do actually.
And when was that?
I think it was 06.
Yeah, it's been a while. They haven't had many big events here, so.
Well, without trying to be disrespectful in any way, my last experience at the Adelaide Casino wasn't a good positive one.
Wasn't a positive one, so. And that's kind of turned you off until now. Now you've come back. And
the reason I came back is because I heard they were doing it right, and that's a shame, really. Adelaide's where poker was born in Australia, and it's a shame to see it. Like I heard, like last night, they had a $880 event, and they got 9 runners, and 6 of them were qualifiers. Like, if you haven't worked it out, guys, you're doing something wrong.
What do you find the difference between playing a big event like the Aussie Millions and then your more grassroots tournaments like this PokerSA event? Like, what's the major difference that you find?
I'm really glad you asked me that question, because I was sitting in that poker room and I'm wondering why I felt so happy, so comfortable playing. Before the poker boom, before Joe Hachem won the World Series, before all that stuff happened, poker at Crown was this. Poker all across Australia, Canberra, Adelaide and Crown was like this. It feels like one big home game where everyone kind of knows everyone and everyone's friendly. Unfortunately, with the poker boom and everything that happened, because so many players came to the game all of a sudden, suddenly that comfortable feeling that we had disappeared. Okay, now, and there's no way around it, right? I mean, like, you've got 1,000 or 800 people playing in an event. It's a positive thing, but one of the sad things that I have been feeling for a while is that lack of familiarity with the players and the camaraderie we used to have. Like, it was the same 50 people back then that went to all the tournaments. And we were just like a bunch of friends playing poker because we had a passion for the game. That's what it feels like here. It's really good to see.
I will touch on, so at the Aussie Millions, obviously you made those comments about your thoughts on the world champion and the legacy of the world champion and your views about being an ambassador. Mm-hmm. Did you pay attention to any of the feedback and comments that were received after that?
A little bit. I read maybe the first couple of pages of the 2+2 forums. I think there's 50 pages or 100 pages now. And I got some comments on Twitter. And yeah, what do you want to know?
Well, how do you respond to those now? I mean, do you take any notice of what people say? Or it's good to have a conversation at all, I guess.
Yeah. So here's my thing, right? And I've said this publicly before. That interview was a heartfelt, on-the-spot interview. I didn't mean to disrespect anybody. and I tried not to. I wasn't having a specific go at anybody. It's just how I was feeling at the time and came out. And again, my passion for poker overrides my passion for the business of poker. So I applaud those who do well to help grow poker, and those who don't, who should, I'm not going to give them applause. You know, like, they should. I don't care what anyone says. They should. They're responsible. But I can't force them to. It's just my opinion, and I'm allowed to have my opinion. Every other arsehole has one. I'm just another arsehole with an opinion, right? You know. And believe it or not, I know there were some negative comments thrown back at me, but they were mainly personal attacks on me, right? Which is fine. I can't be everything to everyone. You know, I don't care about that. The majority of people agreed with what I said, as far as the generalised. You know, they disagree with certain things, but the general feeling. Now, not long after I went to the LAPC, I can't tell you in LA how many people came up to me, young people. 100% right. Glad you said it. 100% right. Glad it's come out in the open. At least we have room for discussion now, which is fabulous. Because I never said I was 100% right. That was just my opinion and my thought. You know. But I think, and the conversation that I had online with Phil Gelfond, I think was a very constructive one. I mean, he's a smart young kid. I've always had respect for him. He's come out and like nailed it with his comments. I think there was one thing I didn't agree about. I can't remember what it was, but and the best part of his whole response was, why don't we just put our differences aside, old school, new school, and let's just try and work together to help grow poker. And that's all I'm for. I don't care about old school, new school, middle school, you know, bottom school. Let's stop trying to look after our own edge and what's good for me, what's in it for me. Let's look after what's good for poker. I know I'm dragging it on here, but sorry, you got me started, right? Years and years ago, right? I was offered certain deals, right? And I turned them down because I thought the people that were offering deals were taking the mickey out of us, right? I knew who those deals were going to be offered to next. I rang them up and I said, listen, be strong, don't accept the deal because they're taking the mickey. They're like, if we stand together, it'll be better for all of us. But they took the deal. And that's one of the reasons why poker, I believe, hasn't established itself in mainstream as it should have. The boom that we had for those 3 or 4 years was incredible. It's a tough spot because poker is about me. It's about, I want to win. It's not a team sport. So it's hard to convince these guys to think about something greater than themselves. And the more of us that do, the better off poker will be forever.